Hey, View, it's Taylor here, your reigning chili cook-off champion. Today, I have a how-to video on making champion-style chili. So, today we will be having sweet and spicy brown sugar bourbon chili. Okay. So the first step in making champion-style chili is getting the environment ready, which means playing the appropriate music. Alexa, play Taylor's Super Awesome Chili Remix.
Your playlist, Taylor's Super Awesome Chili Remix, on Amazon Music.
Skip video.
Well, I'm a chicken fried and cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
All right, first step, ground beef. In the pot we go. All right, stop. Now the ground beef is ready. Let's come on over here, and we're going to go ahead and drain it. Now, to avoid hundreds of dollars in plumbing bills, you want to find a way to easily drain the meat without greasing your plumbing tubes. Now it's time to start with the base. Bagged, frozen onions and green peppers will do the job. Dump it in. Oh yeah, that's a nice good sizzle there. Now, to brown these up nice and good, we're going to want to add a little bit of brown sugar. All right, so now that we have the peppers going good, we're going to start working on our base with tomato paste. We grab our spatula and we start dishing it in. Now it's important that when you are making this base, that you let this paste and the onions and the peppers, you let it go for a little bit till it almost starts burning the bottom of the pan, because that's how the true flavors are going to come out. There we go. So now we're just going to let it sit for a few minutes, stirring very occasionally. All right. Now that we had this going for a few minutes, let's go ahead and add the special ingredients. We're going to start with some good old-fashioned Hershey's cocoa. And one of the other big important things to remember when we're making a champion-style chili is we don't measure things. We just dump. So go ahead and take a look at this. This is what it should look like. Here we go. Come back over here, Raiden. Now we're going to add some Goya adobo. All right, get it right on top of that chocolate. Here we go. And then finally, we're going to take 3 packets of Saison Goya. All right, this will make everything, not just chili, taste delicious. Dump it in there.
Don't put that in the chili!
Peppers.
So now, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to keep that going. Mix it in. You got to go for a few minutes.
Now it's time for the sweet.
So take our brown sugar. Again, you can be generous with it. We'll add more later if we need to. Okay, now we have the sunshine mix with a little bit of pineapple and mango flavoring. We have our ground cinnamon. Pairs well with the chocolate. And, well, we need an open can of pineapple, so.
This one, we're not going to drink, we're just going to put the entire contents into the pan.
Now it's time for the spicy.
So we'll start with our chili powder. And we just keep dumping it in there until it feels just about right to you. And then we'll go ahead with our undrained Rotel hot tomatoes, 2 cans of those. and 1 can of the original. Make sure those are undrained, that way we get all the good hot juices in there. And then we just mix it up. Okay, so now we have all the spices in, it's time to start getting our filling. So, start with a drained can of sweet corn. Now it's time for the
beans.
As Dakota said,
Beans.
we have drained chickpeas. We have a can of drained black.
Beans.
And then one of my personal favorites, we have Bush's Grill,
Beans.
the bourbon and brown sugar flavor. Again, we're just going to get all those yummy juices in there. Oh yeah. Now that we got those beans in there, let's go ahead and add our beef. That has been draining in the sink. Oh yeah. At this point our pot's getting full. So we want to be careful that we don't get things splashing over. So we want to be really, really careful as we're getting this mixed into our base. Alright, so we got a good mix here with our paste and our beans, our corn, our beef, our spices. Now it's time for the last few ingredients. So we'll take a can of tomato sauce. We'll go ahead and pour that in there. And we'll get that mixed in. Alright, now it's time for the last ingredient. This is one of the most important. What we want to do is we want to make sure there's a well in the middle so we don't accidentally spill this on the stove top, because that could be disastrous as well as dangerous. So we have our well at the top. Let's go ahead and get our last ingredient. Your choice of bourbon. In this case, we got some Bullet Kentucky Straight Bourbon, and we're gonna make it. So we put some in that well right there. All right. Like I said, add more or less depending on how you're feeling. Just make sure that as you're stirring this, you stir it gently. We don't want any of this excess getting overflowing. Like I said, that could be dangerous. And you want to make sure this goes for at least an hour. I would stir it every 10 minutes. If you can hear the background, I might have to get some of that bourbon myself. Okay. Alrighty, we'll view 5 hours later. It is done brewing for the night. So now it's time to take this bad boy, put it in the refrigerator, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.